case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
A landmark case, Brown v. Legal Foundation of Washington, was decided by the Supreme Court of the United States in 2003. At issue was the use of interest generated from lawyers' trust accounts, or IOLTAs, to fund legal services for needy Americans, a situation that the court eventually ruled as valid and serving a compelling public interest. In the state of Washington, the IOLTA program was designed for lawyers to deposit client funds in interest-bearing accounts. The interest accrued is then funneled toward charitable and educational causes through the Legal Foundation of Washington. A legal maelstrom was triggered when two individuals opposed this arrangement, alleging violations of their First Amendment rights. They sought a refund of the interest earned from their money, the declaration of IOLTA Rules as unconstitutional, and an injunction preventing its enforcement against limited practice officers, LPOs. The court first had to tackle the fundamental question of whether the transfer of interest to the foundation was a legitimate public use. In their verdict, they aligned with the notion that this did indeed serve a compelling public interest. However, the plaintiffs were not to receive compensation for their funds investment, deeming any non-financial consequences resulting from it to be non-eligible for compensation. The crux of the court's argument lay in the complexities surrounding the client's financial loss resulting from the taking interest. This marked a phase in the case where parties mulled over how to calculate compensation. Prior to 1980, lawyers deposited client funds in non-interest-bearing accounts, as mandated by federal regulations. Thereafter, the rule changed, allowing banks to pay interest on certain deposits, excluding those by for-profit entities unless via a program where the interest was assigned exclusively to charitable organizations. This gave rise to the IOLTA practice. The court held that the IOLTA program conforms to the Just Compensation Clause of the Fifth Amendment. Since the program's structure meant that the petitioner's due compensation would be zero, the court determined there was no constitutional violation. The final decision upheld the Court of Appeal's earlier ruling in favor of the IOLTA program.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.